The Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff is underway. Brent Doherty, Blaine Bishop with you until 2:30 today.
Oh, yeah.
Buck Rising will check in from San Francisco, Santa Clara. I don't know where he's going to be, but
he's checking in twice or just one time?
What is he, Santa Claus?
Yeah. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Titans Radio takes over at 2:30. Kickoff between the 49ers and Titans is at 3:25 in Santa Clara. Blaine, San Francisco favored by 12.5 points over the Titans.
This is true, huh?
Weather situation in Santa Clara looks like this. Partly cloudy skies this afternoon with a high of 58. Winds will be light, 57 degrees at kickoff, 53 in the fourth quarter. Titans will wear all white today, which is what they have done every time they've played on the road this year. This is probably a dumb question, but I don't care.
I don't ever recall you saying
it's probably a dumb question.
There's no dumb question there, Ross.
Do they wash the uniforms or do they get new white uniforms? Because it's hard to get the grass out of the white.
That's a real good question because I used to think we'd get new uniforms, but they were when House was there. That's who was the equipment guy when I was there. I'm sure it's pretty much the same. They have all the washing machines and everything back there, so I think they wash them. But they have multiple pairs of the jerseys.
Because you get grass stains, man. Those are hard to get out.
Yeah, I used to wonder how they get them out. So they definitely have. Because I would have blood stains, something like you got your elbow nicked up on turf games and your leg scarped up, and so there was. Yeah, that definitely was not in the uniform. So they took really good care. I appreciate all the equipment guys, let alone the trainers and everything, man. They the heartbeat of really taking care of all the players, man. So, yeah, we used to.
So not a dumb question.
No, I would say not, yeah. But there is no dumb question, but that was actually interesting one.
Blaine, you've known me a long time.
Yeah, I know. I was joking, but that was fun, though, because, yeah, man, those guys back there, they put in a lot of work, man. I appreciate all they did for me, man, for sure.
I was trying to find the last time the Titans have won back-to-back games.
2022.
Broncos and Packers.
Yeah.
That's exactly where it is.
3 seasons ago.
2022. The last time they won back-to-back games. That is amazing.
Yeah. So you think this team is capable?
12.5 is a lot.
Anything's possible.
That's true. You've taught me that in sports. Don't write off wins and losses. Weird things happen. You kind of called that Cleveland thing, man. You definitely called the game plan.
Yeah.
Game plan. They went with 6 offensive linemen. They ran at Myles Garrett. They screened past Myles Garrett because he was trying to get up the field.
Mm-hmm.
And he was minimized.
Yeah, and I almost got it all right with no sacks. He got a cover sack there. So I was like, dang it, right before the half. So, they did a really good job. Not only the game plan, so you got to tip the cap to the offensive coaches there, as well as defense, but, they executed.
Yeah.
And I thought the players played really well, relished their roles. I don't know if this is a defining moment for them, finally, especially these young players who are all impactful players, starting with the quarterback. That now they understand what they can and can't do in the league and then how to be successful, at least in the role of this season, and see if they can duplicate that. I think that's the hardest part. I would live on, just playing consistent and knowing what you're going to get. You're going to get a chance to make splash plays, but some guys live for the splash plays every game, where then now you're kind of cheat coding it, and then sometimes that doesn't work out. So whether that's you being outside linebacker, you going inside when you have contain, quarterback trying to squeeze it in there on a throw he shouldn't be trying to throw because, he thinks he can make a big play. So those things happen. And just be disciplined, structured in what the coaches are asking you to do, and then execute. Not to say every play's going to go great, but understand what happened, and then let's say, I'm not going to do that again. And everybody has a role on every play. That every play is not sometimes you're set for you to make a play. It's just to do your job. And that sounds easy, but, some guys, they get in the game and they want to take, risk at times because maybe they got away with it. Once you're a proven player, then you can start taking risks. When you're a young player, those things don't happen. And then you have to have chemistry. When you start taking those risks, guys play off of you. That way you can, make a play and you do it fast. Hey, man, we'll just play off of you. So that's how it's supposed to work. I'm interested to see if Cushenberry or Levens will play. I would stick with Levin because they had a good thing going last week. Not to say it was just him, but they had a good thing going. And then come on, Cush, if we need you, hey, we'll put you in there if needed. So I kind of roll with it. I think he's still kind of nicked up. He was on the injury report all week, right, with his foot. So, but in a backup role, that's kind of how I would picture. But I don't know his true health by any means. So, but yeah, you had a good thing rolling. When you got chemistry like that and things kind of work, there's reasons why it worked. And by the way, the last 2 weeks is kind of, you see the engine starting to rev up. Even the game before with the running game, I think Pollard had, 60, 70 yards or something like that. So, yeah. So that happened against a really good defense. So I think I would keep it the same, at least one more game. Until you just kind of slow play the Cushenberry injury. Let's see. Are you really healthy? Otherwise, we'll make sure you get 100%. They know nobody's ever going to be 100%.
You did say no sacks, but your broader point was that you felt like the Titans would be able to minimize the impact of Myles Garrett. So how were they able to do that?
Well, they doubled him. They chipped him. And then he helped him out. And he did exactly what I thought he would do. When you're playing,
he was chasing the record.
Right, he was chasing the record because I said in the beginning of the week, oh, man, I don't want him to get the record. Then I go, he's going to try to get that record. Mm-hmm. There is no doubt about it, especially if he turns on the tape and go, oh, man, AKB 101, man, I'm killing this. I know I'm going to get the record. So he was just running upfield. And the defensive scheme, I was a little disappointed in Swartzy on the other side of that, that they didn't kind of tame him and run some different things where he couldn't go so far up the field, because what you do against the wide nine, when Swartzy ran there when I was there, was they would quick screen us, bump that guy, and then turn around and screen, or they would let him go out there and then or they would run at him because he's already outside. He's going for the pass rush and run at him. You guys saw, I think the Titans twice ran on third down. It was like third and like middle and 5 or so. They ran the ball. So, those are the things. And then, he starts hesitating, second guessing, and they slow down. One thing that was obvious on the tape, what made me think that they could do some of these things, is he would get tired. It was really weird. And he'd go out. And then soon as he comes back in, he looked like a whole different player. It was like, oh my gosh, they cannot let that guy stay, so to wear him down, quick count, quick game, all those things to wear him down where he's not fresh. Because when he was fresh, man, it was like, this guy's, they can't stop him. There's not too many people now, even Trent Williams said, hey, man.
They were chipping off Trent Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Fame guy. He's not at his peak, but he's still really good. Yeah, he's still really good. So, that was what was really nerve-wracking when you watch the film, man. And that's very rare, because all the guys are so great. But when you see a great player, you just go, dang, wow. Man, he has been gifted with some things that, I could only dream of. And that's who he was. And I mean, they kept him in contention. So that was shocking in itself, that not only the game plan, but the execution, and then getting a win. So I was happy. I was a little giddy, about like them winning, man, because I don't think anybody, including myself, that thought they could win, especially that way, putting up points like that. So that was refreshing. Being a former athlete, being in the locker room, man. And, been on a losing team. We were 2-14 one year. We were in every game. Didn't matter. We lost them. We lost by 7 or less 14 times. Like, man, that was heart-wrenching because you're right there.
Right there.
And I'm sure I understand their feeling, and just to get that monkey off your back and get a win is kind of relieving. Now, you're a young team. I think that's why Cam said what he said after the game, because he doesn't want the team to settle. And also, he probably wanted to play better too. But at the same time, we've been down this road before, and we didn't come out and we ran a stinker. So I'm going to set the tone immediately.
Were you surprised that turned into a thing?
I really was.
I was too.
I was a little shocked, but that's where we're at now with social media and where everything goes and how you can implant things and they can take it and run with it in a different direction. You got to be careful. I think Cam is really media savvy, especially for a rookie. So I think that was one where he probably, he'll never admit it, but he probably would have worded it a little differently so they couldn't have, kind of pigeonhole him to make it to something that it really wasn't.
Tony Pollard, 25 carries, 161 yards against Cleveland, 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
First 100-yard game of the season. It was a career high for him, 161.
Oh.
He had half of his season total of 4 touchdowns in that game. Also, the longest carry of his career, 65 yards.
Oh, really?
And he had a 32-yard touchdown. What did you notice in the Titans' run game against that
Well,
Cleveland
they were running
defense?
counters. I hadn't seen that in a while.
Long developing plays.
And I thought, oh, man, I wouldn't have run that. But something about the defense, they must, somebody may have some tricks up his sleeve. They knew Schwartz's defense a little bit. I wonder who that was. But, because those plays just kept working, and they didn't have a counter to it. So not only did we outplay them, we outcoached them, at least, up in the trenches. So they were running the counters, which are slow developing plays, as you mentioned, and they were working, man. And then all the guys who I thought Pollard still had, juice, and a lot of people didn't, and he showed he had some juice, especially, and it was cold out there. So, he showed he still has some breakaway speed. I think Pollard's a good, solid player. He's not spectacular. He's a really good player. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think he lost a step, and he proved that. He got a chance to prove that. So people always want more, but at the end of the day, you win. It's just like the SEC. In the NFL, if you don't have the guys in the trenches blocking, we saw Derrick Henry last year. Oh, he lost a step. I said, no, how can you tell? They're not blocking. Right. So how can you really tell? And then he showed that immediately when he went to the Ravens. So I think Pollard still's got some juice. It's no matter how much you want to, utilize him and get those guys in the trenches revving. I think they're revving now. So let's get that run game again going once again. And it'll be tough, though, against that San Fran defense, though.
Titanomics says it is raining out there right now, 59 degrees. So we'll keep you updated there. Even though it's not in the forecast, Rain? Pacific Northwest, man. Never know. Another thing we talked about in advance of that Titans-Cleveland game was I asked you the question, do you think Big Jeff is tired of hearing about Myles Garrett this week? Big Jeff, hitman, 7 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 1.5 sacks, 1 pass defense, 3 quarterback hits, and a career-high 11 pressures.
Man, he outplayed him.
Eyeball test, he was in the backfield on almost every play.
Yeah, and those elite players that have that kind of talent, that mindset like that, he looked at it as a battle between him and Myles Garrett. I'm going to show you that I'm supposed to be in that elite of the elite, and he showed it. I think if you want to watch him in the battle between him and Myles Garrett, he controlled the game at times, man, Big Jeff. So wasn't surprised, but how much he did it so much during the game, too. It was just obvious and clear. He was super motivated, so we got to get that kind of Jeff, that level of Jeff every week. He may break it. What's his sack record? I know he's up at 8.5, and that's with missing a couple games.
He's got 8 sacks on the season. 8.5 is his record.
Okay, so
his career record.
And he's missed 2 games. So I think he'll get that. Knock on wood, no injury or anything. So he played phenomenal. Big Jeff is probably going to, he's going to be in the $30 million range, getting an extension. So that's
he's got 2 years left on his deal, but you got to do it now. Yeah, you can't let him go into the last year.
Yeah, that's wow, man. He was wow. I hadn't seen him play like that, like to that level, man. Because that's Myles Garrett level, even though they're 2 different positions, where he just kind of dominated the game for a while. I mean, he's done it probably once or twice every season, but this one here was. I think besides that, and then when he got off the ball and made that sack so fast, who was that against? The
Houston?
Texans or something?
Yeah.
It was that was unbelievable. Yeah, some of these guys, man, you marvel. I mean, we go and film it. That mean, like when I was playing, it was the freak. You were like, oh my gosh, this guy is running down receivers.
You've told the story. I don't want it on tape, him running past me.
Because he got Samari Rowe, and Samari Rowe was real. I said, hey, man, he ran out of bounds, and then he ran by you and got the missile. Quadri,
yes, man.
He said, no, he didn't. You know my ankle was hurt that game. And I was like,
you didn't want that on tape, though.
Yeah,
you said you would have tripped him if he would have come running by you.
At the end of the day, because me and him was going to race multiple times, I chickened out every time because I was like, no, you can't beat me, man. There's no way. I said, but if this ever happens to the game, I got to clip you, man. I cannot get this going around the 31 other teams to freak ran by me, man. I don't know, man. I would have been just doing track workout whole off season to make sure that never happened again.
Another thing we need to talk about, Fossil the week before had talked about the last time they blocked a punt was 2012, right?
Tim Shaw?
Tim Shaw.
Yeah, Mr.
And Tim Shaw, who is in the special teams room now and all these things. And then they did it. I mean, He said, we're going to change that date. And they did it against Cleveland. And James Williams got it. And he said, I bet Tim got out of his chair for that one.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. So was it planned up? I didn't listen to all the guys, after the media.
I didn't notice. I didn't go back and watch it in terms of
did they
how that was schemed up.
Oh,
yeah,
did they,
I don't
Fossil?
know.
But Fossil's so good, man. The special
He's
teams
so
is,
good.
man, he's special, man. He's a great special team man. By the way, also my former teammate there, Renee Stewart, is his assistant. So, yeah, that was back in the day. So, Renee, then connected with a real one there. So, yeah, I was happy for that.
Yeah. Obviously, we understand that a lot of the fan base wants the overall number one pick, no question. But within that locker room, and you kind of hit on this. You said you were really happy that they got the win.
Yeah.
Within the locker room, that meant a lot to the players and the staff, right?
Oh, man, that was a weight lifted off. I mean, because, when you're watching the tape and, you kind of individually checking out yourself, what you can do each and every game. And every player knows as soon as they leave the field and they're in their car, riding home, going out to eat with their family, every player, at least I did, you got one or two plays like, dang, I wish I would have had that back. I should have done this. I should have done that. You're always second guessing yourself to be better. If not, then, if you're just content with where you playing every week, I don't know what you got going on, man. But that was never, and I strive to play that perfect game, knowing in reality you can never play a perfect game. But guess what? If you came close, that's pretty freaking good. And that's how you should be thinking. And then eventually it broke for him. And that carrying that weight, man, it's so draining. And, everybody could talk about all the money and everything else that they're making, but, not consider yourself a winner. That burns, especially with all the work that they put in, week in and week out in the hour. So just
it's the same work a successful team
win.
puts in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's tough. It's not the end of the world, but it is tough because you play to compete to win. And ultimately, if you're not getting wins, then things are going to have to change. Obviously, we already made a coaching change. So, and then you have to start, checking yourself and what you can do. Because if everybody's doing the same thing, then eventually you'll get over tonight and you'll play better as a group, whether it's off defense or special teams. So, yeah, that one there, that was big. I know we still want the first. I still want them to have the first pick, too, since we're in this situation.
Right.
But I also want them to win. So if we don't get the first pick, it wasn't meant to be. But if we get second or third, that's still pretty good.
Still pretty good. One more thing I want to hit you with about Cleveland, and then we'll move on to San Francisco and talk about some other things going around the league. 44-year-old quarterback's going to get a start today. He hasn't played in 5 years.
I have a take on this, and I don't think I've said it yet before.
Good. I've got you set up for that in just a little bit. But that opening drive, the Titans were the only team in the NFL not to have scored a touchdown on their opening drive. They get it done against Cleveland.
Yes.
And that was kind of a long developing play where Iomanner almost, and please correct me if I'm wrong, just by my view of the play, looked like he was setting up to block.
Exactly.
And then paused and then ran his route. But that takes a long time for the quarterback to wait on him to get that done. He had protection.
And protection, yeah.
Got the throw wide open.
Well, I was just going to say, I remember we talked about earlier this week, they were running a lot more play action at the start off of their run game, like you just said, Brent, because he went and he's acting like he's pinning that outside shoulder on the back or inside the box.
Yeah.
And Denzel Ward thinks the run's coming outside, so it sets it up. And I just wish they did more of that throughout the game, but that was some pretty dang good football right there.
Yeah, that was some great play calling. And what set it up, I don't know, Alec Manor had been chipping the end. He decleated Myles Garrett one time, by the way, when I went back and watched. I meant to bring that up.
Man. That dude can block.
He decleated the Hall of Famer. He didn't see him, and he got him. I mean, he went one step in and bang, because he was motioning down. He thought he was going to run around. He didn't even. Decleat. So that was kind of similar, and then that was the setup, the play action pass off of that. Myles Garrett looking around now. And then He got him on the
That
lane
makes you
crossing.
hesitate a
Yeah,
little bit,
yeah, no
doesn't it?
doubt, man. Yeah, I've seen some. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember the frigate. They would chip him on the way out, and it would be. He said, "Hey, man, those blows to the ribs hurt."
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
those
take
guys.
something out of you.
Yeah, he said that. That
And it puts your head on a swivel.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
makes
you slow down.
It makes you
split
slow
second.
down. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, so that was some of the things that they did really to slow him down. But yeah, that was a great play. Hey man, after the 15 play, first time scoring a touchdown on the first drive, I was like, uh-oh. So I'm always curious. This is the coaching side of me that, if I was coaching, like, okay, you go down now, you scored on, and so that means a lot of things worked. And by the way, you didn't get any penalties to set you back. So you say, okay, how do you play this chess checkers game with the defense? Because now on the sidelines they have the pads. They're going to make adjustments. What are they going to do? And then how do we then counter? Or do we just stay with the staple plays that worked and see what they do? And see, that's the part of coaching that's really difficult. And it kind of showed up a little bit, but they got half of it right. And, you're just never going to be 100%. That's just hard to do. But, yeah, and it kind of played out the rest of the game that they had a great game plan and had some great counters.
Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll check in with Buck Rising when we come back.
What?
He is out in the San Francisco area. He's probably in Santa Clara, I would imagine. We'll do that next as we continue the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Blaine Bishop, I'm Brent Doherty. We'll be right back. 3HL is tomorrow, as is Cover 2.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Oh, man, I always do that once a show. We'll be right back. This is 104.5 The Zone. Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Brent Doherty, Blaine Bishop with you. Titans at San Francisco. They actually play in Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, man.
Let's go out there. Well, I was going to go out there.
Oh, Buck Distus.
Buck just dropped off.
Oh, he the wind blew.
Is that what it was?
The wind blew. It got rainy and his hair was
he's
getting
calling
wet, so
back.
he didn't want to mess up his hair.
I'm just going to answer it, Ross. Don't worry about it. Welcome into the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Buck Rising with us now, live on the air. Buck, what's up?
Is this Buck?
What's happening, boys? How we living?
Oh, well, yeah, we were a little concerned. We heard it was raining there, and we didn't want, we didn't know if you put your gel in your hair to get your, stuff wet. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on there.
Gel, as if I don't have nuclear strength pomade in my hair.
I was going to say, what kind of product you working with there, Buck?
You kidding me? Gel. Blaine got me out here spiking my hair like I'm
man. I want you to come up with something new, man. The lovely locks, man. I want it spiked to give us a new look next season, man. Maybe you're the one giving us bad luck here with the Titans, man, your hairstyle.
Yeah, it's my fault. You can't run the damn football on a regular basis.
Hey, they ran all over the Browns, man. What you talking
They
about?
ran all over the Browns last week.
Okay. One game, boys. Let's see it again.
Well, different challenge. And I keep seeing messages that the 49ers give up a lot of rushing yards. That's not really true. They've given up one 100-yard rusher. And in their losses, they have given up 130 yards per game. In their 9 wins, though, they give up 90. So if you can run the ball, you got a shot against this team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and just for the Niners to have 9 wins on the season, and by the way, not raining here, just misty at this point in time.
Okay.
They're expecting the marine layer to clear off by kickoff.
Marine
out
layer.
here on the West Coast.
Man.
That's right. That's correct.
Look at you.
Not the store, no free ads, just the haze out here on the West Coast.
Oh, there's a haze out there, that's for sure.
Yeah. But did you do anything special before you get into the football side? Did you, get on the train or do something, man? What did you do?
Anything special?
Yeah, down there while you're traveling.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I did my Fox show from the iHeart Studios in downtown San Fran. I went to a lovely restaurant called the Buena Vista. I had a couple Irish coffees, some oysters. And then, we may have made a pit stop at the dispensary on the way home.
I was going to say, that entire town smells like weed.
Correct. Well, I currently am in this town and do smell like weed, but, we'll ignore those things for the time being because I had to medicate to get through my
my gosh, man.
You've got to medicate.
Kentucky last night.
So, Blaine and I were out there covering the Super Bowl 50. Remember, Blaine?
Yeah.
And we were walking to the convention center. It's like 7 in the morning. And they have these little alcoves that go into the businesses, right? And so like, we're walking past and we hear this. And we look over and this lady is like, seriously, she's like striking up a crack pipe at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And Blaine stops and goes, "Damn, girl, what are you doing?"
What the hell is this, man? I was stunned, man.
I was like, keep walking, man.
I was like, what is this, man? I had never seen anything like that. I was like, why do they have the Super Bowl by this? They need to clean up this area. What is happening here, man? You can't be having people out here like that.
You'll have plenty of that out here in San Francisco for sure. I did not delve into the crack though last night. I kept it pretty.
Well, that's good. That's good, Buck. I'm glad to hear that.
So,
Before we get into the football stuff, as Blaine mentioned, could you give the listeners an idea of kind of what the layout is there? Because when you think San Francisco 49ers, they don't play in San Francisco. They play in Santa Clara. And I remember a pretty healthy bus ride to that stadium.
Yeah, no, coming from San Francisco, it took me about 30 minutes. No traffic. I got here at about 9 a.m. Pacific time, about 4 hours before kick, just to kind of get the lay of the land. This is actually the first time that I've done this stadium. This is my second to last one on the list. I did not make the trip in 17. It's a beautiful stadium. But it's definitely it's out of the way, we'll say. But there was a lot of Niners fans already in the parking lot by the time I got here, tailgating, getting ready. They're fired up for a huge game for them, and it's not just obviously this isn't a conference game for them, nor a divisional game, but they are trying to keep pace in that NFC West, which is highly contentious right now. They're still alive as far as the wild card goes definitively, but they're still alive as far as their division goes, depending on how this last month of the regular season works out. But there's no discernible wind as we sit here right now. Plenty of mist and fog, but as I said earlier, we're expecting that to clear off. So should be a lovely day in the Bay Area for a good, I say good football game. We hope to see a good football game, which is kind of what we got last week for the first time all season. It was delightful.
What's the one stadium you haven't been to now?
Paycor, Cincinnati. I did not travel during COVID, and they lost to Joe Burrow his rookie year. That was the infamous Vic Beasley, Jonathan Joseph. What the hell are you doing game?
Plus, they always play the Bengals in Nashville for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cincy's the last one on my list. Not that I'm dying to go to Cincinnati, but you know.
Can they run the football? Can they replicate what they were able to do last week?
Well, I don't know because Lloyd Cushenberry is expected to return to the lineup today, and they've been better with Corey Levin in the lineup. So I don't really know how that's going to impact things. And I'm not down on Cushenberry by any stretch of the imagination. He's not had a great season returning from the Achilles and dealing with some additional, I believe it's plantar fasciitis, the foot injury that he's dealing with at this point in time, which if you ever had it is unpleasant, especially if you're a football player. So
he should not be back up.
You know, I don't like the idea of just putting him back out there. To be honest with you, because I think Levin has really helped things. To be honest with you, he's just been a better player right now. It doesn't mean that Lloyd Cushenberry can't. You know, if they decide to keep him next year, they can get out from under the contract in 2026 if they wanted to. They could do that, and he could theoretically return to form, but. Right now, he's not the better football player, and if you're interested in winning games, as the team is, I know fans might be mixed on that idea, but if you're interested in winning football games and trying to take pressure off that rookie quarterback, I would prefer to see Corey Levin in the lineup.
Yeah, you know that would be the talk, though. If they can't run the football, because Cushenberry was back. But how's the...
Well, that'll be the narrative. Whether that's exclusively the reason why, it would be an easy thing to kind of pin it on, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So do you think the plantar fasciitis is something that came about because he was overcompensating with the Achilles? Is that possible, Blaine?
I wouldn't speculate on that. If you're asking me, Blaine, you may be able to speak to that.
I would say so. That's why I was like, oh, no, he should. Yeah, I've had that. And even in the off season, and it was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't think, and then it just goes away. Like you wake up and all of a sudden it goes.
And it's just gone.
Yeah, and it just with rehab and stuff. So it's just one of those things that, man, a lineman in the trenches is it's going to be painful. He'll be able to fight through it, but man, that's no. I'm not liking that one. Maybe in the backup row.
Yeah, I mean. Running the ball
and that could be, by the way, that could be the case. He's going to be active today. We don't know definitively whether he's going to start
I don't know
or not. But yeah.
Well, running the ball will definitely be key because it's very difficult to sack a San Francisco 49er quarterback. Brock Purdy's only played 5 games, and he has only been sacked 4 times. They've only given up 20 sacks in 13 games. That's number 5 in the NFL. So the impact that they were able to kind of disrupt things in the backfield last week, probably not the same thing this week, but we'll see.
Yeah, you know, it's in any one-game sample size, right? I mean, you talk about the Titans. They haven't been able to run the football all damn year. All of a sudden, they run the football at the best rate that they have all season. Tony Pollard had a career day on Sunday in Week 14. So we will see if that is even remotely replicable. Like, I'm not saying that you have to do career highs or season highs in this game. You just have to give Cam Ward margin for error. And I know he was, we'll call it, unenthused about his own performance against Cleveland last week. But I loved how they played around him because it allowed for him to be imperfect, which is just all that rookie quarterback needs, I think, to give him a chance in these games. So he didn't play his best game, and they were good enough around him to support him. And that's been the kind of missing piece all year long.
Maybe they can run the football. I mean, Cleveland was number 1 in the NFL in win rate against the run going into that football game. So San Francisco really good against the run, but Cleveland was better. And they were able to get that done. But the one thing, guys, that they did last week, they played complimentary football for the first time that I can remember. I don't know the last time, honestly.
Yeah, it's and listen, you got 2 turnovers on defense. You get an additional turnover on special teams. You get the first opening touchdown drive, or excuse me, the opening possession touchdown of the season for them, which gave them additional, wiggle room to be able to mess around the way that they kind of did in the third quarter, where things kind of dried up.
Mess around.
It's the best performance. It's the only real win they have on the season. Arizona, I'm sorry, it's cheap. It's nonsense. What the Cardinals did to give them that game was completely ridiculous. And I didn't feel that they earned a win in that particular situation. Last week, definitively, they went out there and earned a win against a football team that's comparable to them right now. And they did it against a superior defense, one of the best defenses in football. They had a great game plan for Myles Garrett. I genuinely felt for the first time all year that the coaching staff put the players in a really good position to succeed with the way that they orchestrated that. And, frankly, me as somebody who's been very critical of all of them so far this season, rightfully so, the offensive line went out there and busted its ass. Like, that was as good a performance as that unit has had all year long. And I hope, I know Titans fans are interested in draft stuff and things like that. I'd prefer to see them win a game if I was a Titans fan. I want to see them do the thing that they haven't done, boys, since 2022. November of 2022 is the last time they won back-to-back games. This is a huge opportunity for them, for everybody involved.
Well, with Buck Rising. And, Buck, I wanted to ask you kind of what's the narrative there in Santa Clara, for the 49ers. I know they've won 3 in a row, I think, and they're coming off their bye. And now they've had some consistency at the receiver position with Jennings, Parasol, and Kittle are kind of hitting into a groove now with consistency and not as much Brock Purdy throwing interceptions. So kind of what's the narrative down there from perspective from the 49ers, and not just against the Titans, but just where they are outside of, push for playoffs?
Yeah, kind of going back to what we talked about earlier, that the division is still they're not completely in control of their own fate down the stretch here, but that they feel that they can go through the rest of these last 4 games and kind of put themselves in position to succeed. I think this is a good football team, despite all the attrition, which is a huge part of it. And honestly, for just talking to people down here, talking to people on the sidelines and stuff like that, the idea that Kyle Shanahan has done a masterful job. And I know Mike Vrabel is a popular figure in the NFL, and he's the odds-on favorite for Coach of the Year this year for what New England has been able to do. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be a worthy choice. But Kyle Shanahan is doing exactly what Vrabel did in 2021 when he won Coach of the Year. They're winning with a bunch of dudes you never heard of. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
by the way, the Patriots are up on the Bills 14-0 early.
Yeah. Well, I've been saying Kyle Shanahan. I know a lot of people are saying Vrabel because he's doing it with less and with all the injuries and everything going on. You really pay attention. These guys are doing it, and it's a system. That's why I was kind of saying, what's the narrative? Not necessarily. Like, is there a chance of them looking past? You don't think good teams and good coach teams look past a team like the Titans? Because I kind of think that's what happened with Cleveland in the beginning of the game. Then they realize, this team is really good. Good enough to beat us if we don't, play our best game. Is this something that could happen to the 49ers? In particular, if, I know McCaffrey's probably going to play, but if he didn't play, because everything kind of runs through him.
Sure. Could it? Of course. I mean, you always leave yourself open to the possibility of a situation like that. But I did the Fox show with a woman named Tracy Sandler. She covers the Niners.
Okay.
50 was out sick yesterday, so we were having a lot of dialogue about the game. And I think that card that they kind of played last week against the Browns, they're not fooling anybody, right? They showed what they are capable of on tape last week, and San Francisco is going to be prepared for it. Robert Saleh, you're talking about good coaching job. Saleh's done an awesome job with that defense, and I know they don't rate well in terms of sack numbers or turnovers or things
they don't
like
sack
that. But again, look at the players that they're out here with, and look at the players that they're missing, and still what they're able to do en route to a 9-4 record at this point in time. I don't think that. Again, if Robert Saleh gets pantsed by the Tennessee Titans on offense, that's going to make you reconsider whether or not you want to hire this guy as your next coach, right? That's the kind of thing that you don't want to allow for. You don't want those slip-ups or to give a team that doesn't have any business winning a football game like this as a 12.5-point underdog any room for error. I think they're going to try and come out here and put their foot on them today.
Right. I'm glad you brought up Saleh because that reminded me that, is he going to try to put his showcase on about how good his defense is without even elite pass rushers and why they've had success and done a good job? And what were they saying there about him in his next coaching stint if he does get a shot at as a head coaching job. Does he fit the bill, or some of the things coming out of New York when he was the Jets true or not?
Yeah, he's been asked about it a good deal, and just kind of reading through transcripts and quotes from him, beyond what I've been able to learn from people out here, and he's just he's deferred, rightfully so, right? You don't want somebody actively talking about job interviews while you're still in pursuit of divisions or wild cards or things like that. But I do think that he's going to be a very attractive candidate. I don't think it's just exclusive to this game about him showcasing his defense, right? He's kind of done it all year long. Again, going back to the job that they've done with the players that they're missing. It's without Fred Warner. It's without Nick Bosa. Even I can't remember Warner's backup's name, but he's hurt, right? So they're out here with third string linebackers still getting the job done for the most part. He's definitely going to be an attractive candidate here, or rather, I guess, in Tennessee. And I don't know that the Giants would consider bringing him back to the other New York team in that particular situation. But I'm fascinated to see what the dynamics are on the sideline pregame, who he's talking to, if there's any interaction with Mike Borgonzi and Chad Brinker, because for people that don't know, everybody gets out here early pregame. There's a lot of socializing, and maybe there's conversations that are completely unrelated to the job. But people are going to be keeping an eye on who Robert Saleh talks to from the Titans, if anybody, out here pregame.
Yeah. Oh, you going to have some more with that, or I was going to kind of go into the keys with you.
Let me piggyback a little bit before we get to the keys. I did want to ask you guys both a question. So, kind of out of nowhere, the Titans go with 6 offensive linemen. A lot of the game against Cleveland. Is that something, Blaine, in the NFL you can replicate week to week? Is that something that Saleh would have spent time on, or do they go away from that because they already showed it?
That just depends on. I think this is a little bit different defense, but there are some similarities. So I think they will do it probably a little bit less than they did. I think it's in the game plan all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're going to be playing for it now. I mean, they seen it on tape enough.
They had to spend time on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, they did.
Yeah.
If not, they some ding dongs if they did. So, yeah, I think they'll be prepared. But that's not to say it still won't work because. It's really about execution every game. Most of the guys know the plays. And I think a big factor in this game is going to be eye discipline for the defense because that play action pass, once they get that running game going with McCaffrey and crew, and then they kind of get you going lateral. You don't want to be lateral. You want to get penetration. That thing kind of changes everything, and that sets up the play action pass. So, Buck, I don't know what your thoughts are on about the big package with the big old tackle coming there at tight end, but you think you'll see a lot of that?
I would assume so, just because it was a successful. And again, it's not the same exact kind of defense, right? So there will be some wrinkles and some variation. I'm less concerned about the additional offensive linemen than I am with their variation in pre-snap motion and how helpful that was, and what a huge percentage of plays they used pre-snap motion to help Cam Ward identify things on defense. I had somebody run some numbers for me earlier in the week. It was the second highest usage of pre-snap motion against the Browns. The first was actually the Chargers. And if you go back and look at their most
all after the bye,
we'll call them performances. They're all after the bye. They're all in that stretch of Houston, Seattle, Chargers. Jags game wasn't quite as much. That got out of hand quickly, and they were in a lot of different situations. They were also under center a lot more last week. And I'm just kind of curious to know, one, what that looks like today versus last week, if that's going to be something that we end up talking to Mike McCoy about. But I can't understand why they don't use pre-snap motion on a more consistent basis. And if that's not a tool that they've been trying to work with Cam Ward to help him see things pre-snap and make it easier to diagnose what the defense is presenting him.
Yeah, no doubt. So what do you think are going to be the keys? And, give us a prediction.
I honestly, running the football again would be huge for them to be able to just kind of take pressure off Cam again. He came out of that game pretty cleanly. I don't know what his day is going to look like, but I need a better performance out of him, frankly. And that's kind of an easy thing to say. Keys to the game. The quarterback has to play well, but the quarterback didn't play that well last week. He was fine. He wasn't bad. He wasn't good. But I'd like to see him kind of contribute in a more meaningful way to what it is that they're trying to accomplish. He missed too many layups last week, and he's had some moments like that all season long, but just consistency out of him in particular. And then on defense, to be able to force a turnover would be huge. It was a huge boon for them in that game. This is a team that's going to play a pretty clean game on offense. They're one of the most efficient offenses in football, despite how many guys have missed time and been in and out of the lineup. To your point, Blaine, they've had more continuity with that of late. But the last thing that I would say is Cedric Gray and McCaffrey, just the Titans linebackers in coverage, because it's not just.
Yes.
I mean, he's working the vast majority out of his snaps out of the backfield. But they'll put him in the slot. They'll split him out wide. He's played some snaps in line so far this season. He is a very, very versatile piece. He leads them in both receiving and rushing. And you saw kind of the Titans linebackers, in particular Cedric Gray, get put in a blender by the Browns Browns running backs in the passing game last week. I think that's a huge component of this, because if they find that matchup, that's going to kill them all day long.
So are you at a circus? That was a clown show.
Yeah,
there
what
with
was
that
going on
horn?
behind you there?
Yeah, man, that didn't sound like you're in a stadium.
No, that's just a sound effect that I come with, indicating, reminding me, humbling me. Don't get too cute, because you're still a clown sometimes.
Oh my man! Do they cover?
I don't know where that came from, actually. I'm looking around. I'm disoriented now. I didn't know where that came from.
Oh, okay. Do they cover?
Do they cover? What is it, 12.5?
12.5.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take them to cover. I wouldn't take them to win, but I'll take them to cover. 12.5 is a big number.
Yeah, it is a big number. They've covered 5 games this year. They only covered 2 last year. So there's that.
Look at that. Baby steps.
Hey, you mentioned Cedric Gray. I'm curious. Obviously, he has deficiencies in terms of pass coverage. Can he get better at that, or is he just what he is?
I don't want to put a cap on the guy. He's only in his second year, and this is really, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we're treating it like his first year.
Yeah.
So I don't know the answer to that question, but I think that it's clearly an area of his game that can be exploited, and how they work on that moving forward. I mean, if you don't have it down today, it's not the day to learn on the fly, because God knows the Niners.
So you're saying take the over on McCaffrey receiving yards? Is that what you're saying?
Feel pretty good about that one. Feel pretty good. But you know what? I said take the over on Myles Garrett's sacks last week. Blaine was more right than I was. What the hell do I know?
Well,
Blaine nailed that one.
Yeah, man. McCaffrey, man, he's going to get 1,000 receiving and 1,000
he's
rushing.
at 800 apiece, right? He's just shy of 800 receiving, isn't he? Or he might be at 800.
Isn't that crazy? That guy's skill set, man.
Oh man,
he's a beast for sure.
Yeah, he definitely. After watching those screenplays, how far did Junkins take it? That screen pass?
Oh, it was 40 something, wasn't it? I can't remember exactly.
They're gonna
got tracked down at the 2.
Yeah, they better not leave Cedric Gray or Barnett isolated a lot in this game, man. They do not do that. CMC, no.
By the way, Cedric Gray, 10 tackles against Cleveland. He is 5th in the NFL with 128 tackles. He's on pace for 167. The Titans' record since they've been in Nashville, 163. That was Azeez Al-Shire.
Oh.
In 2023, so he's on pace to eclipse that number.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly a nice development, because it's just one less thing. You got plenty of other roster things you got to worry about. That's one less thing.
One less thing. Yeah. By the way, how did you consume the Kentucky-Indiana game? It made me think about, and it forced me to think about, because they showed the highlights of Watford's three-pointer at the buzzer that showed a specific man that's on this radio show right now in a banana suit behind the backboard.
Well, I consumed it in about the same mindset as I did that Watford game, which was deliriously and not a lot of movement, if I'm being honest. And frankly, I was very upset that they put I love Charles Barkley. I love Dick Vitale. I don't need them doing a podcast on a television broadcast of an ESPN basketball game just because you're trying to showcase the fact that you got Charles Barkley on your network now. It made me insane, because they're talking about everything but the game. They're talking about like Caleb Williams, NBA MVP, and stuff like that. So I was very upset, not just because my basketball team sucks and blew a golden opportunity because they turned it over like 18 damn times. I was very angry about that.
Oh, man. They still don't have the same coach, do they?
Who? No, it's a new coach this year.
So now you can't blame the coach.
No, I can. I can blame everybody. I hate them.
By the way, Christian McCaffrey, his over-under receiving yardage total today is 40.5.
Oh.
Are we all going over on that one?
Oh.
Yeah, that feels safe. Oh, no, that feels like a safe bet.
Oh, congrats. Speaking of Indiana, congrats on the Heisman Trophy winner there, Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it feels cheap for me to claim it because I never went to an Indiana football game in my collegiate career. But it's awesome. He could end up being the number 1 overall pick. He's the Heisman Trophy winner by a landslide. I couldn't believe how badly he was outvoted over Pavia, to be honest with you. But it's an awesome thing, and he's clearly deserving.
My thing last week going into that vote on Saturday was, or the results of the vote on Saturday was, my question was how many ballots would Pavia be left off of? And so I thought there would be some separation there because people just don't like him or whatever reason. Personality.
Yeah, not enough to ignore. Did you see Mike Wilson's ballot? I couldn't believe some of these people were comfortable putting out their ballots yesterday. He didn't even have Pavia on there, and you saw what everybody saw. Mike did that game, covered that game in Knoxville. Pavia put it on the University of Tennessee. To not even put him on a ballot, I thought was, I don't know. I have to yell at Mike about that at some other point, but I thought that was not a good look.
Yeah, he was not on 211 of the 916 ballots. Pavia.
That's wrong.
Mike Wilson with the Knoxville News Sentinel voted for Caleb Downs, which you love as a football player, right, Blaine?
Oh, yeah. He's great.
Awesome football player, but get out of here.
That was nice to say he's the number 1 safety, but he is not in the Heisman race.
Unless you're Mike Wilson. Yeah, it's funny, man.
This is why I'm not a voter, no way, because it becomes personal with some people.
It does.
It is. Instead of saying who's the better player, it's tough. It was a coin toss, but for that big of a gap, that's ridiculous. Come on.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I put my vote on Twitter, and it's like you get 2 reactions. You don't get the middle of the road. You get, man, great job, blah, blah, blah. Or one guy told me I should have gone to college. I'm like, I did, bro. Like, what do you mean?
What?
Yeah, that I should have my vote taken away, all these things. It's funny what people get upset about.
Who'd you vote for?
Pavia.
Oh, okay.
Pavia, Mendoza, Jeremiah Love.
I feel like that's a fair ballot, too.
Yeah. I really just think Mendoza in that Big Ten championship game, beating Ohio State and playing the way he did, I think that put him over him. So he had an extra game. He had an extra game to kind of solidify that because that was tough there, man. He played well.
He did. Last one talking gets, what did Slay say on Friday? The last one to talk is the last one to get noticed, so to speak. But yeah, so Pavia actually had 800 more total yards than Mendoza did in 1 fewer game. So there's that. Mendoza only had 1 300-yard game. Pavia had 4, I think. I have my notes somewhere, but 4 straight 400-yard total games down the stretch is tough for Pavia. Yeah, in the SEC. Anyway, it was fun. Have fun in Santa Clara, Buck. Contact high, huh?
I should. Contact? Hell no. I brought my own party. See you, boys.
Oh, my. So what they were saying on here is true. I would not repeat what they say on here.
I brought
in the chat?
Yeah.
His last line on the week opening countdown to kickoff today was, I brought my own party. See you, boys.
Oh, my.
All right, more Lee Company countdown to kickoff. If you want in, Titans and 49ers coming up today at 3:25. We've got you till 2:30 if you want in. 615-737-1045. This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Blaine Bishop. I'm Brent Doherty. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com. The Titans trust their home stadium to Lee Company to tackle their heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical problems, and they can protect your home, too. Your next play, visit leecompany.com. Lee Company, all you need. Buck Rising checking in from Santa Clara, said it's misting out there, 57 degrees. Limited wind. You got any 49er memories, Blaine Bishop?
And I played there a couple times. Well, not in this new stadium, though. Yeah,
you played in San Francisco, the old swirling wind candlestick.
Candlestick. Yeah, it had like a dirt field with a baseball diamond. Yeah.
That sucked, didn't it?
That was horrible. I was always worried I was going to slip and fall.
Nobody does that anymore.
Nah, good.
Not slip and fall, but the infield dirt thing.
Right.
Remember Randy Moss' famous story? Like, he was supposed to run like an in-breaking route, and he ran a fly, like he ran a 9 route, and they were like, and it ended up being for the Vikings against the Raiders, I think.
Oh.
And it ended up being a touchdown. He said after the game, he was like, yeah, I was supposed to run an in-breaking route. I'm not running a route through that dirt. That's what he said.
That's the first I heard of that. Oh, man.
That's smart right there.
You told me your first start was against the 49ers.
Yeah, my first actual start, man. I was super excited. Didn't know until actually right before they said you're going to be started and I'm in the starting lineup, and I start banging my head on the goalpost.
I mean, you found out right before the game?
Yeah.
Wow.
What was interesting is the player, Bubba McDowell, he wouldn't practice all week when he got a knee injury, but he would only play in the game. So I never knew when I was playing, but I got to practice
like Neil O'Donnell
5 weeks as like I was starting. So that made it a lot easier for me.
Okay, yeah. Did it help you to not know until right before kickoff, do you think?
It probably did. Looking back on it, but I was still practicing the other positions. I was kind of the nickel dime guy, so that was kind of complex in that I had to know that. So I was super excited. It was on Christmas Day, so that was my first start. I don't know, I guess we were in week 11 or so.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. So I was super excited. It was pumped, man. I got in the huddle, man. The guys' eyeballs was looking a little bit different. Yeah, they said a few choice words when I got in there, and they about made me poop on myself. And I got a little nervous purpose, and said, I'm going to just run around here and just hit everything that moves. That'll hopefully be good enough. That was 7, man.
So was that 49er team the Steve Young?
Yeah, it was Steve Young.
Because Montana had already gone to
Brent
Kansas
Jones,
City.
Jerry Rice.
Roger Craig?
No, come on. I'm not that old. I forget who the running back was, but it wasn't him. It was Garrison Hurst.
Garrison Hurst.
Yeah, Garrison Hurst.
That dude was a stud at Georgia.
Good team. But they had, I think, J.J. Stokes and Jerry Rice were receivers. And Brent Jones was a really good tight end. I think he's getting inducted to their Ring of Honor this game, actually. I may be mistaken, but I know this year he is. So, yeah, man. So I got my first sack, caused fumble on Steve Young, picked it up and ran it. So I was super excited, man. It's kind of the beginning of hopefully a really good career. That's how I started it off.
Hopefully
man.
it was.
Man.
Don't
but
sell yourself short.
Hey, man, I can tell you one thing, though. One thing that was scary, though, when I lined up on Jerry Rice in that slot.
I love this story.
Oh, my. I looked at Young, and Young looked at me like, we got
coming
this
at you,
young
big man.
I'm coming right at this cat. I was like, oh, my God, my leg was shaking, man. I was like, oh, my God, if I do not get my hands on him, I am screwed. So I made sure I got my hands on them, and all I wanted to do, they were a rhythm throwing team, West Coast.
Similar to now, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, very, very much so. Started from that tree, and they've kind of evolved it to a little bit different. But yeah, you want to mess up their rhythm and timing and flow because they're throwing the spots on time, and they'll throw it blindly too. You're supposed to be in a spot. So I said, if I get my hands on them, I got a shot. So it only happened a couple times, but boy, was I nervous, and they did not throw to him because I made sure I got my hands on him. I'm borderline just holding them, trying to just take them to the ground, and that wasn't even close. But yeah, that was tough there, man, because Jerry was still in his prime.
Jerry was Jerry.
Yeah, but Brent Jones is a really good player too. So,
yeah,
Garrison Hurst, they had quality players all over the place. So yeah, they were a Super Bowl quality team.
San Francisco favored by 12.5 today.
Dang, that's a big number, man. They got to be able to cover that. They got to. There's no way.
I ain't touching it.
Yeah, man, that 12. I'm like,
you would think so, right?
NFL game, like what? I don't know, man. We shall see. So they've won 3 in a row, and I think they're coming off their bye. So
They are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, maybe you're a little rusty there early, a lot of energy, but you got some false starts, and maybe ball handling problems, fumbles, hopefully. And then they get into their groove because they're going to have fresh legs. I think interesting for me is Kittles. I think after watching Fannin last week and what he did to the Titans, I think Kittles is probably licking his chops right now and say, hey, man, I still got some juice in me. I'm just as good as Fannin. I mean, as far as athletic and, as speed. So, and then the matchup on the running back, which they were always going to get CMC involved, McCaffrey. So, yeah, that there did not make me feel comfortable on Gray or whoever our linebackers are, let alone the screen plays and how they were, doing that with the Browns.
So key for San Francisco certainly to get CMC involved. That's the key every week, but also the matchup with George Kittle.
Yeah, I think those are. Yeah. They got Jennings who's starting to get in the groove. One thing is when I was watching film is that now they're starting to get some consistency at receiver with guys staying healthy back-to-back games with Pearsall, Kittle, and Jennings. It seems like now their offense is starting to click a little bit, and Brock Purdy doesn't look like he's throwing to the wrong guy. He's starting to get back into a groove again. So that will be interesting. They pick up that pace after a bye week and get some of the kinks out. I'm hoping they'll still go back to a way, because there was one game I think he threw 2 or 3 picks.
That Panthers game.
I was like, man, but as I said before, so I'm interested to see if we play a lot of cover 2, a lot of disruptive things, and not just blitz man to man. You got to disrupt their time. I want to see them get their hands on the receivers. They're not in the spots they need to be. That's kind of how you approach and attack this offense.
The other game with a double-digit spread is Jacksonville, a 13.5-point favorite over the New York Jets. They lead 21-7 in that game, actually.
There was another one with a 13-point spread.
Oh, there was?
Colts.
Colts, that's
Seattle.
right.
What happened?
That's right. The
Colts were also 13.5-point underdogs.
That's right.
The Colts are?
I don't know if it moved at all, but once, Rivers and all that was announced, it kind of.
So he is starting, right?
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers.
3:25 today, expected to start. Phillip Rivers, he turned 44 a few days ago. He has not played since 2020. He's been a high school football coach for 5 years.
Yeah. 5 years. That is the number that brought something to me.
Hall of Fame?
No.
Oh.
I think
his Hall of Fame clock restarts.
my motivation of theory, I'm going to say.
Okay.
My motivation. Theory on why he's coming back.
Okay.
How many kids does he have?
10.
Him and his wife, that means 2. That means 12. 12 people need insurance, and your insurance runs out in 5 years after you finish playing in the National Football League when it's free.
Oh.
When it's free.
Oh.
And so now it restarts that clock.
Until the kid turns 26.
Yeah. Well, you get 5 more years.
Yeah, that's right.
See, so a free insurance, and that comes in handy, especially if you having that many kids, because you don't pay for any baby born, none of that. None of it. So this is a theory, it's a funny one, but I just like,
that's not bad.
Like, wow, man, what? I mean, and they're saying he's throwing the ball well and all these things, and I'm like, man, but still, like, I don't know, getting off the couch and throwing on, practice with your high school kids is one thing. He knows they're going to wear them shots that you're going to be taking. I don't care how much weight and padding you done put on. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it. So guess what is worth it? I thought about it. Yep, it's worth this 5 more years of free insurance.
That's amazing.
Because people don't know that that's, you get 5 years of free insurance. So as soon as you retire, you only get 5 years. Then you got to go pay for your own insurance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hitman with a nugget. What do you think about this thing that they were talking about? He's like, well, I run the same offense the Colts run. I've been talking to Shane Steichen while I'm high school coach. Mentally, I'm right there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I do believe in all of that. And there's, and they say they talk frequently. And that's why I thought when somebody went down that they were going to sign somebody with some form of, I wasn't thinking Phillip Rivers, by the way, somebody who's been retired for that long. I was thinking of somebody else, that maybe he had a connection to. But for him to come back and then, do this, man, I think it's kind of a little, let's say, inspiring to some. And some probably upset. I saw Cam Newton was upset. I think he's 36 maybe or somewhere therebabout. And some other quarterbacks that are available, but you didn't have the connection that you played and worked under him, where the offense backwards and forwards probably just as well as he does. Hey, I'm fascinated because if he plays well, you wonder how long that will last, even within a game. Because that's what happens when you get older. I don't care what position now we're talking about. You can go for a minute and show spurts of what you used to be, but then how long does that last? Does that last a quarter? Does it last 2 games, 3 games? That eventually the fatigue and the wear and tear and the athletes that they are today, it catches up to you. So, man, I'm stunned because I saw Riley play who has a knee injury, but I think he's healthy enough to play. I think he's going to be the backup.
Yeah, he is.
He looked actually pretty good. I thought oh man,
Riley
this is
Leonard?
from Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. I thought, man, I probably would lean into him. So he must have looked this good. I mean, so good. They said, nah, we starting him. Yeah, and that naturally that's with nobody hitting you or rushing you. It's on the air mostly, pretty much. And, going against a scout team, but they're taught to not get in the way too. So you'll be running into the starting receivers.
Bears leading the Browns 14-0. Caleb Williams, last time I can update that. 9 of 12, 142 yards and a touchdown. Bears trying to get to 10-4. Last time they won 10 games, 2018.
Who was the quarterback? Trubisky? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it might have been
It
Trubisky.
was Trubisky.
Yeah.
Was it?
And guess who the head coach was?
Matt Nagy.
Yeah.
I knew when you said I knew that was Matt Nagy. Oh, man, I would have never. Oh, wow.
Ravens leading the Bengals in Cincinnati 7-0. Lamar Jackson 4 of 5, 68 yards and a touchdown. Chiefs over the Chargers 10-3. Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes going at it. Ooh. Mahomes 5 of 9, 43 yards. He also has a 12-yard touchdown. Patriots up on the Bills 21-7. They already beat Buffalo earlier this season.
What's the quarter? I mean, give us the quarters now. Yeah,
second quarter. All these games are second quarter.
Second quarter. Okay.
Near halftime. Near halftime.
Okay.
Yeah. Patriots trying to get to 12-2 and have 2 wins over the Buffalo Bills. They're up 21-7. Drake May 9 of 10, 108 yards.
Dang.
Commanders and Giants. Commanders leading 13-7. Titans fans hoping for a Giants win. But Commanders only have 3 wins as well. Marcus Mariota, 5 of 10, 80 yards for the Commanders. Eagles leading the Raiders 17-0. Jalen Hurts. Sirianni actually got asked if he was going to bench Jalen Hurts this week, and he basically laughed off the question. What are you talking about? Jalen Hurts is 7 of 10, 94 yards and a touchdown. Jaguars leading the Jets 21-10. Trevor Lawrence 8 of 12, 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also has 3 carries, 28 yards, and another score. So 3 touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence so far in this game. And the Texans, man, that's a team I wouldn't want to see in the first round of the playoffs. That defense, man. 20-7. They are up on Arizona. C.J. Stroud, 11 of 14, 163 yards and a touchdown.
Dang.
That's what's going on around the league.
There you go. Update.
So how do you think Phillip Rivers does today?
I may have taken a dumb bet on him. Well, it's not. No, there's no maybe. It was.
What was it?
Let's just say I might need him to find his way in the end zone today himself.
Anytime touchdown for Phillip Rivers?
So you're going a non-running quarterback. You're going to say he's going to run and score a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
who's actually bigger than he was.
Jonathan Taylor gets him down to the 1. Who's going to stop Rivers' big ass on a sneak?
I want you to Google Rivers running for a touchdown throughout his career and see if anything pops up.
Oh, he ain't getting out of the pocket today.
That would be a shot on the goal line because nobody would expect him to run a boot for a touchdown.
Like when Peyton Manning did it against the Cowboys. I don't even know if Rivers would make it to the pylon.
He did it against Alabama.
Is a lot faster than Phillip Rivers.
And Kentucky.
But
I'm talking about now. I mean, compared to that play.
I think he's getting thrown into a heck of an atmosphere today, though. Seattle, oof. Can lean on that run game, though.
Oh, man, I don't know about him running for no touchdown, though. I can see him running for his life at points in time.
This is year 18 for Phillip Rivers. Guess how many rushing touchdowns he has?
In 18 years, I'm going to say 3.
That's exactly right.
What? I'm on fire today.
3. Ross,
I told you.
what are we doing in here?
Okay, so the odds should have been higher then. Like, I should be getting more of a payout if this hits.
This guy is the shot put thrower, man. He is not gonna ever, man. He'll shock me. He may get you though. He'll be laughing to the bank too, man.
Oh, I will if I hit this.
You act like you put a whole bunch of money, man, like thousands of dollars on this.
I love talking to players that played against Phillip Rivers because they say he's the biggest trash talker ever, but he never says cuss words.
Never cusses, man.
You know he's going to be mic'd up today, too. They've got to mic him up.
Oh, yes.
Well, here's the thing. Boy, I love it when you go down this path sometimes with some of these dudes. You know where he's going to be in the pocket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they know. They're going to come after him. See, I think, say, hey, man, X marks the spot. We're going to get him. I'm telling you, man. And Seattle, man, they come with it, man. Yeah. What's the head coach's name, that defensive coordinator from McDonald? Yeah, man, they going to get him. They better watch out. He's going to be getting rid of that ball. The receivers better turn their head around. They're going to get hit dead in the head. I'm telling you right now. He gonna get one shot. He gonna be like, I gotta get rid of this thing.
Hey, Eminem told us that's all you need.
Yeah, one shot.
615-737-1045. 615-737-1045. Titanomics. Next up on the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com. Titanomics, what's up?
What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen.
How are you?
Good morning.
I'm all right. It's cold out here. I'm glad we in San Francisco for this game. But I would say, first of all, happy birthday, Chimere DK. I think he may return a punt return again for a birthday celebration. But I think the keys to this game is to hold Christian McCaffrey under 100 total yards, maybe 50 passing yards, 50 receiving. I don't care. If we can hold him under 100 total yards, I think we got a shot. And then also, I think, Brent, you gave some stats a couple of days ago about the running game for the Niners. I think if they give up over 100 yards, they lose in the running or something like that.
Let me find it. It's in my show notebook.
But that sounds crazy.
Here it is. In the 9 wins, San Francisco's given up 90.1 yards rushing per game and only 3 rushing touchdowns in those 9 games. In the 4 losses, they've given up 136 yards rushing per game and 4 touchdowns in those 4 losses. So being able to run the ball is certainly key.
Absolutely. Well, that's all I got, gentlemen. Tighten up.
All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. 615-737-1045 is the number. When we come back, what is the path to victory for the Titans today against San Francisco? We'll talk about it next. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Available 24/7. Put Lee Company on your team to tackle your home's heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical problems. Schedule online at leecompany.com. Lee Company, all you need. It is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Brent Doherty. I'm Brent Doherty. No, with Blaine Bishop, I'm Brent Doherty.
Oh, yeah. And Ross behind the glass.
Ross is behind the glass. Lee Company, all you need, visit them online at leecompany.com. 3 more, Ross. 615-737-1045.
Need some snacks in here.
What's the path to victory for the Titans?
Oh.
One thing I saw your buddy, your co-host, Zach Lyons.
What did he say?
He tweeted out, 49ers defense dead last in sacks with 16, dead last in pressure rate, 14.4%.
So then how are they doing so well on defense?
That's a great question.
Because I'm
They
like,
limit the run game in the games that they win.
Got to be coverage, right?
cover sacks?
Just coverage. I mean, coverage in general.
Like, are they guys?
They're not sacking the quarterback.
Right, they're not getting pressure. So that means they're stuffing the run or doing a good job against the run, force you to pass, and then their coverage is really good.
Yeah.
They got to be tackling well, too.
I'm thinking
Not making a lot of mistakes, you don't get any explosive plays on them.
Play fake on play number 1 to DK for a long touchdown. How about that?
Oh, my.
You down with that?
I'm down with it as long as they score. I'm with it.
What if that happened?
Tackle throwback, play 1.
Like, some of this stuff just doesn't add up. Like, why are they doing so well on defense? Where are they ranked on defense?
That's a good question.
You know, like, where does their pass?
I currently have Phillip Rivers' career stats up on that.
Like, it's just, man, I mean, because everybody talks about how they're doing really well with injuries and Robert Saleh's doing a great job. You know, like, man, well.
Trying to get a head coaching job.
Right. I'm just like, man, well, their defense probably isn't great. And obviously they're doing a heck of a job.
They're 20th in total yards allowed per game at 335 right now.
0.8, 336.
I mean, and then I don't think they only had like 2 or 3 guys that got 100 yards on them, barely.
One guy, Trevor.
One guy, see?
Trevor Etienne had 124, something like that, against them in a win. Kamara had 99, so he was right there. But that's it.
Yeah.
So their pass defense, though, is ranked 25th. They allow 232 yards per game through the air.
There you go. Play action game with Cam Ward. Big day for the rookie quarterback, Blaine.
Man.
I just go off stats.
Well, how the heck are they winning?
They're 9-4.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, that still said 25th in passing and like 26th in total defense.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey, pretty nice weapon. Kittle, they don't get sacked on offense. Man. They've only been sacked 20 times in 13 games, San Francisco.
Watch them. They get 2 sacks by D linemen. Their offense is unstoppable. Like, something's not adding up. And they're playing quality opponents, by the way. When we knew this. Playing, and they won with Mac Jones early at quarterback when they had the injuries with Brock and their receivers. So CMC's been in and out.
They're 12th.
Kittle too been out.
They're 12th against the run.
Oh, okay. See,
the 4 games they've lost, they've given up 136 yards per game.
Okay.
The 9 games they've won, they've given up 90.
So they just gave us the recipe to how to beat them.
Run the
ball.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to be effective. I mean,
commit to it. That's something the Titans do not do typically. They did against Cleveland. They committed
because they were having success.
Yeah,
but sometimes even when you're not having success, you still got to run it to keep the defenses honest.
I agree.
If not, they can pin their ears back and come after the quarterback.
Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Look out. The Titans trust their home stadium to Lee Company to tackle their heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical problems, and they can protect your home, too. Your next play is at LeeCompany.com. Lee Company, all you need. Let's go to Brent in Kansas City, Missouri. Brent, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Brent? Hey, just had a question about Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, man.
You brought up a good point that his Hall of Fame clock is going to reset.
Yep.
I know historically over the past few years there's been a kind of a Hall of Fame debate between him and Eli Manning. Like one has the Super Bowls, one has the stats, so on and so forth. So my question is, do you think, and I'm listening on the app, so if you would leave me on hold.
Okay.
Do you think that Phillip Rivers might think he needs to come back in order to boost his Hall of Fame resume?
No, thank you for the call, Brent. Appreciate you. Put you on hold there. Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. Right, Blaine?
Yep, I would say so. I don't think he needs to reset his. I mean, I just think the numbers are. I know a lot of people look at Super Bowl ring and all that. But
The only thing that does is if you're thinking about first ballot, and it changes who he goes up against.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But I think whether he's first ballot or not, I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think about Eli?
I think because he won those Super Bowls, especially on those teams that were, I think they were like 9-7 or something like that. They weren't.
Beat that undefeated Patriots.
He played
team.
big in big moments.
Yeah,
man.
he did.
I don't think he's the first ballot, but I think he will eventually get in as well.
Agreed. 615-737-1045. Thank you, Brent. I guarantee it's cold in Kansas City. I'm going to look that up. It's 22 right now in Nashville. Double deuces.
Man,
Larissa, what's up?
Hi, guys. How are you guys? You guys are hilarious.
What's going
I
on?
so love the fact that you guys you make our hearts smile. Best station, best fans. And Blaine, when you had said that when you got in the huddle, when you had your first starting position,
Yeah.
and eyeballs look different. But with that said, I really hope that the Titans can maintain that momentum, that they started with at the last game, or that they had in the last game, and just kind of get through this. And along with that, I'm going to put some respect on Phil Rivers. I mean, he's essentially running into traffic. And I'm mad respect for him. He's not a pencil pusher. Nothing against anybody that sits in cubicles and pencil pens. But, I'm almost like, instead of run, Forrest, run, Phil, run. If it's not for your life, if it's for your check, whatever you're doing, just run and get the ball out of your hands. I'm going to hang up and listen. But again, you guys are amazing.
Thank you, Larissa.
Run for a touchdown, Phil.
Yeah.
Run.
He's got 3 in 18 years, 17 seasons.
You never know what can happen.
Why
man.
did you make that bet?
Just feeling the Phil mania, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Titanomics 615 says Rivers hasn't played in years. These defenses have gotten 10x faster.
That's definitely true.
Whoa.
And what did he say in his press conference? I was never running away from anybody anyways.
That's what he said, yeah. He hadn't played
And you
since.
made that bet.
I said goal line. Sneak it.
I love that you didn't know that he had 3 career rushing touchdowns.
Oh, man, that was a guess,
While making
man.
that bet.
I had tried Restrepo anytime in that first game, and it was close, so I feel like, might have a decent chance.
You did? Okay.
By the way, Blaine, this is a random fact. The Chargers with Phil Rivers might have the most obscure NFL season of all time. In 2010, they led the NFL in yards on offense, and they led the NFL in yards on defense with the least allowed, and they missed the playoffs that season.
Oh, what was their record? 9-7?
Something like they had one of the worst special team seasons of all time.
Wow.
Phillip Rivers, by the way, over 4,000 yards passing in 12 of his last 13 seasons. He has 63,440 pass yards.
Where's that put him?
I'm going to look it up. I haven't looked it up
Ranked
yet.
by you top 5?
He's right. I think Stafford just passed him, and that's why they're saying he's coming back to pass Stafford back up or something.
Oh, okay.
Well, good luck. 421 touchdown passes.
Ooh.
209 interceptions.
Dang. Yeah, that's
Career quarterback rating of 95.2. Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
Trash talker himself.
Yeah.
You think he'll be talking trash today? 5 years out?
Oh, yeah, I think that's who he is. Yeah. But he has fun with it, though. It is, it's some people don't like his stick. I kind of like it, man.
I wish we played the Colts one more time. That'd be fun, man. We'd probably still lose.
I
but
just
it'd be
want to
fun.
see him live. That would have been cool, man, because, man, I cannot believe this. 44?
44. Just turned 44. That's how old Slay is.
How old was he when he retired, and how did he look that last game? Because I don't remember looking so good.
30. He was 39, I guess.
He was good that season. I don't know about that game
At
that
the
was against
end,
the Bills
at
in
the
the
end.
playoffs. But that season, he was pretty dang good.
You want the last game?
Yeah, what was his stats? That was the playoff game, you said?
Yeah, 27 of 46 against the Bills, 309 yards,
Woo!
2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was not sacked. He did carry the ball one time for -1 yard. I guess he knelt down
Still, he was on point.
before halftime or something.
I mean, they may have got behind. They were throwing a lot, but man, still he was humming it.
He's played with Pittman. He's played with Jonathan Taylor.
He has a unique throwing style, too.
Oh, I call it shot put.
Yeah, when he was coming out, I was like, there's no way that translates.
I was right there with you. Yeah,
61,000 yards later.
Well, he's first round. I go, that must going to work.
Yeah, because, I mean, he doesn't spin it. He, like, pushes it.
I don't know, man. Yeah. He's going to be pushing the light real quick. Seahawks D, man. Ooh. He's got some weapons, and he's got a good line and a running game. So he's got some things in his favor.
He's got something. He does. Titans have not won back-to-back games since 2022.
Dang.
How ridiculous is that stat? Opportunity today to get it done.
Man.
I mean, I think you outlined it well. Like, how do they defend McCaffrey and George Kittle in the pass game? Because their linebackers cannot cover.
And do not avoid penalties, but I want them to not beat themselves with the penalties. They keep having these penalties, man. I mean, like when you're a team that doesn't have a lot of room for error,
right? You gotta be clean, right?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's that there, man. And then the offense gotta see if they can continue with this side. I'm not going to talk about 31 points or anything like that, but they gotta score more than 14. So let's. I think
how many points do you think they need
to win? I think they got to get 24. Yeah, and I think the defense, if they can hold them to 21, that'll be a heck of a feat. That means McCaffrey probably got nicked up and didn't play as much because he's questionable coming into the game. That he's kind of had some on again, off again ankle injuries.
Kick him in the back of the heel.
But man. They got to definitely control the line of scrimmage as far as them running the football. They cannot let the 49ers run the football. I mean, if they do, they start having them run lateral or they start hitting these gaps, man, the play-action pass is just going to be devastating.
So your prediction is Titans 24, 49ers 21. Is that where you're going?
Probably the other way. I just, man.
See how I twisted your words there?
Yeah, I know. I was, man, I want to see him win a back-to-back game. And dang, this is a formidable opponent. Nobody is expected. 12.5?
Yeah.
Man. If I was the head coach right now, I would have told him that. I wasn't a big.
You would have told him the point spread?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. At the beginning of the week, all the way to
us against
today.
The world kind of thing?
Yeah, because that's a big number. I never even paid attention to spreads when I was a player, really, till somebody, asked you. And that's a big, that's you can spin that into disrespect. Like if you're a player and then these guys' competitive nature just takes on a whole nother animal and it can manifest into something pretty positive as a football player. So, yeah.
So I currently have all-time leading passers. Number one, Tom Brady with 89,214 yards. Drew Brees, number two at 80,358. Peyton Manning, 71,940. Brett Favre, 71,838. Aaron Rodgers, still out there, 65,322. Roethlisberger, 64,088. Then this has Phillip Rivers at seventh. 63,440 yards, right ahead of Matthew Stafford, who has 63,163. So this could be old, though. Given what you said, Ross.
No, I think it.
But he's in the top 10, though.
I think it's what you're saying. Like
he's top 10.
He's barely ahead of him, trying to hold on for this season.
I don't think. Yeah, Matthew Stafford.
The active passing leaders all time in the NFL. So Aaron Rodgers 5th, Phillip Rivers 7th, Matthew Stafford right behind him at 8. Joe Flacco 14th all time.
Dang, he's got a Super Bowl win, huh?
Still rolling. Yeah. Remember he signed that contract extension while he was still in New Orleans after the Super Bowl win. Russell Wilson is 16th all time. Kirk Cousins, 20th. Still rolling down there in Atlanta.
Kirk Cousins.
Where's Andy Dalton at? I know he's kind of high on that list.
26.
Okay.
Andy Dalton, 39,000.
You got to think these guys that have played a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, because is he still with the Panthers? No, where's he at?
Where is Andy Dalton?
I feel like he is on the Panthers.
I think
still,
it is
backing up Bryce Young.
Yeah, because he every now and then he'll play a game or two if somebody gets hurt or something. I'm like, oh man, he's still in the league. Yeah.
Jared Goff, 27th all time.
Man.
Wow.
Dang, that's a shocker.
That is crazy.
38,392
What year
yards.
is this for? Has he reached 10?
This is your 10.
Okay.
Your 10.
Well, he do.
And then Patrick Mahomes, 32nd all time. And this is your 9 for him. 35,750 yards for Patrick Mahomes. Dak Prescott, 36.
So of all those guys we just named, even Dak Prescott, who would you say is not a Hall of Famer?
Dalton.
Dalton.
That for sure.
I think Russ has played himself out of it too, and I don't think Kirk is a Hall of Famer.
Right. Okay. We're right.
Because wouldn't you say like in 2020 people thought Russ was going to be a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
He was still in Seattle.
I think so.
See, Flacco probably will be, right?
See, that was the one I was like, ooh. That's why I was asking you.
Would
like,
be surprised that he gets in.
Yeah.
Not first ballot, but like in.
But he gets in. Especially what he's doing now as he's aged. You go, man, he still looks pretty solid. He could be a backup for a while.
Joe Flacco got into the league in 2008.
Like, man.
Out of Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware. Yeah. People don't know that. Yeah, Delaware.
When was your last year? I mean, he came in like right
after me. Yeah, he was right after me. Yeah.
Right after you.
Because he played with Mace. That was his Derek Mason with his rookie year.
That's right.
Yeah.
So was Phil in when you were in? At the very end? Was Phillip Rivers
Phil
in?
was in?
Wow.
Yeah.
Was Rodgers?
No, I don't know. I know I played against Farr. I don't know.
Rodgers was 2005.
No.
But he didn't play his
for
first
3
couple
years.
of years. Yeah. Anyway, interesting look at quarterbacks.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be some questions there. There's gonna be some tough ones there. Flacco's a debatable one because some people will say, well, because he's got one ring. Well, it was led by the defense, so he's really not better than Kirk Cousins.
But he's 14th all time in passing yardage. But he will be one when he gets in, like the casual fan that doesn't really pay attention to all of those details and stats and things will be like, what?
The young
Joe
fan.
Flacco.
Yeah, this is a journeyman backup quarterback.
Yeah.
How could he make it?
Hey, he had a big arm, man. Woo.
Brent Doherty, Blaine Bishop, Ross John Stone, as Slay calls him, with you, the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com, 615-737-1045 if you want him. This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Blaine Bishop. I'm Brent Doherty. We are with you until 2:30. Titans Radio takes over at that point. Kickoff between the 49ers and Titans is at 3:25 in Santa Clara. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com. A little mist going. Buck Rising reported in a little while ago. A little mist in Santa Clara, 57 degrees. It's 22 here. By the way, I looked up Kansas City. Brent called in from Kansas City, and I said, I guarantee you it's cold there. It's 21 there.
Oh.
Right about what it is here. Man, Kansas City. I've been to 2 playoff games in Kansas City. That's some cold stuff right there.
Is that wind chill colder than it is here?
Woo. The first time we went was the game that Mariota threw the pass 24. To himself.
That was hilarious on TV. I've never seen it like that. Was just, it tickled me, man. I've never seen it.
And then Derrick Henry ended the game with a long run up the left sideline right in front of us. It was wild to see that dude moving like that right in front of you. But it was funny because Kansas City had the lead at halftime, and all of the Chiefs fans around us were like, we've seen this before. This was pre-Mahomes, right?
Oh.
So they're all like, we've seen this before. Y'all are going to come back and win. And sure enough, they did. But one thing that was interesting, it was so cold in Kansas City. People were like breaking off like the cardboard from the cases of beer, and they were bringing the cardboard into the stadium. I asked what they were doing. They were like, you put this down and stand on it.
Oh,
no, stand on it. Because the concrete is so cold. But if you put that layer of cardboard in between you and the concrete, it worked.
Wow.
I'd never thought about that.
Man. That's pretty good.
Those cold weather climate people, man.
Yeah.
By the way, Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza became the first Hoosier to win the Heisman Trophy.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yep. Vandy quarterback Diego Pavia finished second. Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love, beast. That dude is a beast. He finished third. Ohio State quarterback Julian Sand was fourth. Jeremiah Love's going to go in the first round.
Oh,
and that's kind of a rare thing now, running backs going in the first round.
I know. He's faster. Yeah. That means Titans will get him.
I've seen some mocks that include the Titans with Jeremiah Love. I think they understand. Well, what Pollard did against Cleveland, I mean, that's the game plan with the quarterback they have, right? Like, you need that run game.
Oh, yeah, you got to have it. But he's special, though. That's the only time at this point where, the league is set up. Those special ones, you don't pass up. So he's definitely that. So I wouldn't be upset that even though we need other positions, maybe those other positions aren't rated as high and they're not no-brainers. There's, pass rushers or receivers needed. I mean, so
when you're this bad, you need everything, right?
Yeah, man. And explosive back like that. Ooh.
I mean, you probably need another guard, right? Zeitler's probably going to move on.
No, I don't want to draft any more guard, tackle, nothing in the first round. Nah.
Well, I'm not saying first round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just had bad luck. It just hasn't worked out. Yeah, eventually it does.
Speaking of, what was that dude's name? Isaiah? I try to forget.
Wilson.
Yeah, Isaiah Wilson. What do you think he's doing right now? Is he on a boat? Like, right this minute, what do you think Isaiah Wilson?
Do you really want me to say?
Right. What time is it? Oh, he probably sitting there eating right now.
Also, he had a great nickname, Big Panda. I thought that was a great nickname.
Oh, it was.
But when he became a rapper, he goes by GG Bowser.
He's a rapper now?
Oh, I mean, look it up, Ross. You've got to hear this.
He was on the boat and all this stuff, man. He was.
But his rap name is GG Bowser. Why didn't he just go Big Panda?
GG what?
Bowser. I think that's right.
Bowser?
Maybe I'm wrong. I think that's right, though.
I don't
remember. It says GG Bowser.
I was just so distraught at this guy. How can he look like that at Georgia and then come here and just look like blah, like throw up? It was horrible.
Wasn't he jumping off balconies over at TSU during parties and stuff?
That's what, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. That's right.
Driving his car into places. Allegedly.
He was up there driving in circles doing donuts and stuff.
Hitting stuff.
I forgot about that. That guy was up to stuff, man.
I was like, man, what the heck is going on?
He wasn't here that long.
Whoa, I was like, nah, they can't, cut him. He's, just give some patience. See, he'll figure it out. They're like, no, we got to get this dude up out of here.
Mendoza tied Marcus Mariota for appearing on the second most ballots ever. 95.16% of the ballots Mendoza was on. Highest percentage ever was Joe Burrow, appearing on 95.47%. Who are the 5% that didn't vote for Joe Burrow that year?
Wow.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Mendoza secured 2,362 points, which is seventh most all time.
What was his Heisman moment, you think?
I mean, probably the Penn State
Last
pass,
drive.
but
There was
that
none.
drive against Penn State. But Penn State was awful.
Right.
So, but people say that.
I thought what he did against Ohio State was pretty good. And that was really my first time like sitting down, really watching him.
Yeah.
And just making some big throws. And Indiana beating Ohio State, the Ohio State.
I mean,
was pretty
13-0.
big.
I mean,
That's
a lot
pretty
of
special.
times the
in
Heisman
Indiana,
winner,
that's just like nobody could even fathom that Indiana Hoosiers football team would ever reach these heights, man. I'm serious now.
they had never won more than 8 games in a season until Signetti.
That was funny you said that. I thought this guy who went there, Anthony Thompson.
Yeah, running back.
Yeah, he went first round. I don't know why. I thought maybe he was in the running for the Heisman.
I think he was in the running.
That was when I was like in high school. Yeah, that was like
That's a big shoulder guy.
yeah, he was.
Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt. So the Heisman, typically speaking, goes to the quarterback on the best team. Pretty much.
Yep. That's where we're at.
Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt's first Heisman finalist ever, finished with 454 fewer first-place votes than Mendoza. He was not on 211 of the 916 ballots, if I'm doing my math correctly, which is crazy, if true. But, he did finish
Why do you
second.
think that happened?
I think some people just let personal stuff affect them as opposed to most outstanding
Now,
player.
you're a voter, so are you supposed to let it get to that?
Not me.
No, I know you don't, but I'm like,
don't
your
think you should.
theory and how you go about your process.
Yeah, it's kind of loosely defined, but you're supposed to vote for the most outstanding player. And for me, it was Pavia, who had 800 more total yards than Mendoza in one fewer game, 10-2 in the SEC, 4 straight 400 total yard games, which has never been done in the SEC.
Dang.
To close out the season.
How much
I
you think
just thought-
Mendoza in that Big Ten game kind of swayed a lot of people, you think?
Oh, I think that did it. I think he won it there.
How many points did they put up that game?
13.
Yeah.
13-10.
All right.
Yep. He was, what was he, 13-25 for 222?
And he wasn't bad or anything. He was fine in the game.
Well, I mean, consider the defense he's playing.
yeah.
Ohio State might have the best defense in the country.
And it was the Ohio State. And everybody thought IU last year, I think that went into play, wasn't playing a tough schedule. Then Ohio State just kind of whooped them. And then this year they come back and beat them in the Big Ten championship, not a regular season. I mean, like, man, that's kind of history there for Indiana. I mean, that shouldn't happen. Like, most people didn't believe that would ever happen.
It's unbelievable. They've never won 10 games in a year.
Yeah,
And they won 13 this year.
Yeah. I had a chance to walk on at IU or
Before
Ball
Cincinnati
State, and I
days.
chose Ball State because it was a better program than IU. Think about it. At that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like, they we whooped them all. I mean, it was just like, man, IU football? Whoa. That's pretty impressive, man, what they're doing down there.
Oh, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And they could win the national title. It will probably see Ohio State and Indiana again, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we've got another couple segments. If you want in, Gorilla will be next. If you want in, 615-737-1045. This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com. Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Blaine Bishop. I'm Brett Doherty. We've got you till 2:30 if you want in. 615-737-1045. Titans taking on the San Francisco 49ers today. San Francisco, a 12.5-point favorite over the Titans. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online, leecompany.com. Some of the action going on around the league, the early games in full swing today, most of which are in the third quarter. As I refresh. There we go. The Bears trying to get to 10-4. They lead the Browns 14-3. Caleb Williams 13-20, 196 yards and a touchdown. Ravens pounding the Bengals in Cincinnati 17-0. Lamar Jackson 7 of 10, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chargers now down 3 in Kansas City. 13-10 is the score. Kansas City with the lead there. Justin Herbert 14-21, 180 yards and a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes has a 12-yard rushing touchdown. Patriots led the Bills 21-0. It is now 24-21. Patriots with the lead in the third quarter. 2:39 left. Drake May is 10 of 12, 112 yards. He has 2 rush touchdowns. That's who you should have bet anytime touchdown.
Oh, he's a good athlete, man, right there, man.
Josh Allen, 11-15, 83 yards and 2 touchdowns.
83 yards?
83 yards.
Oh, come on, Josh.
24-21. Commanders leading the Giants 22-14. Marcus Mariota, 6 of 13 for 95 yards. And the Eagles pounding the Raiders. Raiders going to stay at 2 wins, tied with the Titans currently. 31-0 Philadelphia in that game. Jalen Hurts is 12 of 15, 175 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Woo, yeah, they said bench him.
Yep.
How about that? Yeah, I'm a big Hurts fan. I like Hurts, man.
Jaguars lead the Jets 31-13. Trevor Lawrence with 4 touchdowns today, 3 through the air, 1 on the ground.
Dang it.
And the Houston Texans lead the Arizona Cardinals 29-7. C.J. Stroud 17-22, 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. Coming up at 3:25 today, Packers at Broncos. Packers are favored by 1.5 in Denver. Lions at Rams. Rams favored by 5.5 in that game. Rams are 10-3.
They're one of the best teams.
Yep. Panthers at Saints. Carolina favored by 2.5. Titans at 49ers. San Francisco favored by 12.5. Phillip Rivers starting for the Colts today in Seattle. Seattle a 13.5-point favorite in that game.
Dang it. I want to ask you this, though. You just brought up the Colts.
Yeah.
The Jaguars are doing well. The Texans are doing well. Who do you think is going to win the AFC South? Who's got the
that's a good question. So
you pull it up because I think
the Texans and the Colts are tied at 8-5. The Jaguars are 9-4. They're going to get to 10 wins today. I will say maybe the toughest out in the playoffs might be Houston.
Oh.
As opposed to Jacksonville. Sunday Night Football tonight. Minnesota at Dallas. Dallas in need of a win, certainly at 6-1. Cowboys favored by 5.5. And then on Monday night, Miami at Pittsburgh. Steelers favored by 3. 615-737-1045. Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Gorilla next up. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on, Brent Doherty?
Yo, what's happening?
What's going on, Blaine Bishop?
What's going on, Gorilla?
Man, 2 of my favorites, guys. Y'all really don't realize, man. You guys are what turned me on to the zone, man. That combo right there is classic, man. I was a part of it. No, real.
Oh, you're saying is we're old, Gorilla?
No, what I'm saying is you guys
part of the original.
Vintage.
That's
you
right.
guys are original, vintage. I mean, 3HL, 3H, yeah, all that. Vintage. I
January,
love you guys, man.
January of 2010 is when 3HL started with me, Blaine, and Clay Travis.
Oh, really?
Man, I love. Ooh, that was the show. Golly, man, I can listen to you guys all day, man. I'm serious, man. I miss that, guys. I'm serious. I really do, man. I really do. Because, I don't get me wrong, man. The only thing I really wish they would do, Blaine, is put you back on the post game.
Oh, God.
You want to do pre and post play?
Yeah, sure.
No, not pre. I don't want you on pre. I want you on
I need him on pre.
Man,
What are you talking about, Gorilla?
No, you'll be able to handle that yourself. But no, because Blaine, you hold it down. You know the game, man. You see the game. You see what went wrong, man. You can pretty much. I'm talking about your take is just always 100% unadulterated. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't. You just
That's definitely true.
That's probably where I'm not.
I'll tell you this, though, girl. To be fair, Blaine had that Cleveland game as if it had already been played in his head.
I got that. That was a lucky one.
Man, Blaine is the truth, man.
I don't
the
know
best. That's what we used to call you, Blaine, the best, man. We used to call you the best back in '99, bro. Yeah, you was our guy. I still got the
I did
jersey,
say
man.
I'm the best. I don't know. That was the first and only time I ever did that. Too, I was feeling good in my home state there, man. Yeah,
hey, but check this out. I didn't call. Look. I really called Doherty to kind of go upside your head about something real quick.
All right,
okay, let's go. Tighten up.
Man, look. So now this fan base, man, we like the children of Israel. We want out of Egypt, and now we're out of Egypt in the wilderness, and we're asking for a running game all over again. Isn't that what we actually ran from?
Guys.
Well, it worked last week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you always want some form of a running game. You don't have to have a Derrick Henry type running game, but when you have a rookie quarterback, that's always comforting, and a good defense, by the way, so they can get up to speed and make their mistakes because you only can grow by playing. So that's really the formula. It's been the NFL for years, and for a guy to come in and just start slinging it around, throwing it all over the place as a rookie, man, that's just not the recipe to getting some wins.
Yeah. I was the one that said that we were going to get 11 wins this year, man. Go to the playoffs.
Oh, you was that
guy? Hey, man, I love you guys, man. Trust me, man. I love you guys with all my heart, man. You keep doing your thing, man. I'm going to keep checking you out, listening, and chiming in, bro.
Thank you, Gorilla, man. Appreciate you.
Really.
All right, man.
Thanks.
Have a happy holiday, y'all.
Yeah, you too, brother. Appreciate it, man. That was a hell of an analogy.
Oh, yeah.
Out here in the forest.
I know, man. I didn't know where he was going.
That's what I said.
What is he about to say? Yeah, but what he basically said is we went from we wanted to be a running team to, we want to throw a lot, and then that kind of didn't work, at least at this point in time.
It'll be interesting to see what direction they go, like head coach wise. Because if you go, typically people go opposite hire, right?
Yeah.
So if you go like defensive minded head coach that's been a head coach and has experience in all those things, that's kind of the opposite hire. But you better have a plan on what you're going to do with that young quarterback, right?
Oh, man, he better have that locked barrel and everything. For sure, that coordinator. And if he does well, then, that coordinator probably going to leave in a couple years. So, that's just kind of the nature of the beast. But I don't know, man. It's like looking at resumes, when you're hiring people for jobs. You just sometimes they could have this beautiful looking resume and they just don't fit, man. So I would lean into hopefully it all comes together and works as one. But, man, it's always about fit and who you're comfortable with and working for and with. So I think that's always the number one thing on my bucket list as far as when you start this process. But, man, there's a lot of luck involved in hiring a coach.
It's interesting. The quarterback situation in San Francisco, because it's funny because Brock Purdy has so many people that think he's great and he manages games and all these things, and so many detractors as well. And then Mac Jones played and
did pretty
proved that he can be a starter in this league, and so they've got both those guys. I'm going to ask you about them and when we come back, and also the weapons that San Francisco has, and the Titans will have to deal with Christian McCaffrey. George Kittle, a couple that you mentioned earlier, Kendrick Bourne, Juwan Jennings, Pearsall at wide receiver. So we'll talk about that when we come back. 615-737-1045, Lee Company, countdown to kickoff. Lee Company, all you need, visit leecompany.com. Lee Company countdown to kickoff. Blaine, you're wrong for that. With Blaine Bishop, I'm Brent Doherty. We are with you until 2:30. Actually, about 2:24, right, Ross?
Yes.
2:24.
Thank you, Ross. 2:27. That was a good show back in the day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jack Hay. Titans Radio take it over at 2:30. Kickoff between the 49ers and the Titans is at 3:25 in Santa Clara. San Francisco, a 12.5-point favorite. You think it'll be a close game?
Oh, always after coming off of a big win like that. You just don't know with this young team what that could do for them. I'm interested to see how they come out and play. I really am now. The 49ers coming off a bye.
Yeah.
And they've won 3 in a row. I think that's right.
3 in a row, 4 out of 5.
Yeah. Dang. Ooh.
And last time we came off a win, we went out west and played a much less talented team.
Yeah, we kind of stunk it up. So
how
let's see
tough
how it
is that?
We won, but yeah.
How tough is that traveling across the country? Does that have an impact at all?
Well, we're still playing at 12 or 12:25 our time. I mean, in theory, that's kind of how you trick yourself with your brain because it's 3:25 their time. So that's what
3:25 our time. I think it's 1:25
our. Yeah, okay. I said it backwards. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how you play it out. But I think it's still tough when you. Yeah, I do. I think it's more impactful than you think. You just get all out of schedule. We're creatures of habit.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, so it just, like you dream of playing on Monday night and then sitting around all Monday. It's just not fun.
Yeah.
Start getting all the anxiety build up, and you just try to do everything you can to relax.
Ross, do you have the inactive list for today?
I do. I got San Francisco's up first.
All right.
Christian McCaffrey will be playing. He is active.
I knew it.
Damn, Blaine.
I know. I knew he was.
There is a running back out, or a local standout. Jordan James from Oakland is inactive. Wide receiver Jordan Watkins. 3 defensive linemen, Sebastian Valdez, Sam's out. Sam O is out. Not going to try it.
Yeah, that's good. That was smart by you.
Jordan Elliott's out. And
Zeph did it this week.
2 linebackers, Tatum Bethune and Nick Martin, are out for San Francisco.
Okay, for the Tennessee Titans, inactives.
Let's see. I know Dan Moore is out with his neck injury, so he will not be playing.
No.
That's why they brought Ojukwu up, though.
I thought, oh, no, man.
Jalen Armour Davis is out. Jarek Reed out. It says Ojukwu is inactive.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
so who
Oliudo probably.
Who's starting?
Who let an owl in here?
Last 2 are guard Drew Moss is out. He hasn't even played yet. And then Shai Tuttle still out, I believe, concussion with him.
Dang. Oh.
So is it going to be Oliudo at left tackle? Or is it Crenshaw Dixon?
Oh, man. I don't know. We shall see. They're rotating.
Oh, gosh. Please
Somebody
do
call
not.
Isaiah Wilson, see what he's doing.
Oh, the Panda. Panda, take a call right now.
Panda.
Get flattened like a pen.
This is, oh, man.
That's a good question at left tackle.
I bet it would be Crenshaw Dixon, don't you think? I guess I don't know, though.
I have no idea. You guys are better.
I guess. I mean, he's listed as a right tackle, but.
Maybe Udo then.
Text Buck and ask him. You got 1 minute.
You think when has anyone gotten a response from Buck Rising?
Well,
That's a great point.
In 1 minute? I think he will because it'll be by who's going to start.
No, he won't.
Breaking news, man.
He's probably
we
whatever.
got to believe.
He's probably
only got a minute.
Putting his new press box food rating together because he's never been there before.
Oh, my.
I can't believe he's never been there.
Brent's going to text him.
I'm texting him.
Yeah. I think we okay.
You got 50 seconds.
What are the odds that I get this in? That I get an answer?
I believe you will.
You think? Before the...
Ross says there's no way, and Sam, you know what?
Sam O. Sam O is inactive.
Titans 49ers coming up today. 49ers a huge favorite. Titans trying to win back-to-back games for the first time in 3 years. That is an unbelievable stat.
I saw that. I was like, oh, my God.
Let's not end the show this way, man.
Taylor Zarza in the crew. About
Score
ready to take
predictions.
it. I kind of...
You got 15 seconds.
27-17 49ers.
Yep, 24-21 Niners.
27-17 Niners. We got 8 seconds. Did Buck respond?
All right, later. Nope. Y'all have fun. Titans 49ers coming up.
Tighten up.